guys, I'm Hannah from Destined for Adventure. I got detained in India for 8 hours because of my satellite phone, and I had no idea that I was breaking the law. So, this is what happened and what you need to know so that this doesn't happen to you. So I travel a lot and I always carry my Garmin GPSMAP 66i. So that's a satellite phone and GPS device that lets me send and receive texts and calls via satellite, even when there's no regular cell phone service. So I started carrying this after something terrifying happened to me a couple of years ago in Mexico. My van caught fire in the middle of nowhere when I was driving it. I had no cell phone service and I couldn't call for help. So ever since then, I've always traveled with a satellite phone just in case. It never even occurred to me to check if this was illegal. After all, I've brought it to other countries with no issues. But that all changed on Monday, March 10th, 2025 at the Kolkata Airport in India. So it was around 3 a.m. and I was going through security when the military officers, which were doing the security screening, stopped me. They pulled my tray aside. They saw I had separated the satellite phone together with my other electronics, and they immediately started questioning me. Before I knew it, I was escorted to the military office inside the airport. More officers came in and they were speaking some language that wasn't English. Then I was taken to the airport doctor's office. I believe that was to confirm that I didn't have any medical conditions or medications before moving forward. After that, the military handed me over to the police. So I was put in a police car and driven to a police station just outside of the airport. That's where I spent most of the 8 hours that I was detained. So at first I didn't know what was happening, but I learned that it wasn't the GPS part of my device that was illegal. After all, that's in most of our cell phones and lots of other devices. It was actually the satellite communication capabilities. So even though I wasn't using it, the fact that my device could send and receive messages via satellite was a serious violation because I didn't have special government approval. So here's the surprising part. Even though the whole thing was really scary and intense, I was actually treated with respect the entire time. So I was offered food, water, and bathroom breaks. There was a female airline representative from the airline company Indigo Airlines who stayed with me the whole time. She was super helpful, just explaining things and making sure I was comfortable. The police and military followed protocol and were professional. They weren't aggressive or threatening. And in the end, I was told that because I was calm, respectful, and cooperative, they would let me go once the U.S. Embassy approved it. So I was able to call the U.S. Embassy, get clearance, and return to the airport. So I missed my flight. I lost my satellite phone because it was confiscated, and I had to buy another flight ticket. But honestly, that was a super small price to pay because I read horror stories of other travelers, other foreigners who made the same mistake I did. They had to return for a court date in India with very little notice. They faced huge legal fees or fines. They were threatened with jail time or bail. So honestly, I feel like I was extremely lucky. So here's a lesson. If you're traveling to India, do not bring a satellite phone. They're completely illegal without special permission. Even if you're not using it, you can get detained, fined, or worse. Spread the word so that others don't make the same mistake. And I'll also share a link in the description. I found that on the Garmin website, there's a list of countries where they might be restricted or completely banned, including India and others. So you can check in advance. Make sure you do your research before you go anywhere international. Now I know, and I'll definitely be researching satellite GPS devices and the legality of them before I travel anywhere. So hopefully this helps you to avoid making the same mistake and the stress that I went through. And I hope you guys will have safe travels. If you found this helpful, like, subscribe, and share this video with other travelers to help spread the word. And if you've ever had a scary travel experience, drop a comment. It's always good to share our experiences and learn from them. Thanks, guys. See you in the next video.